2007 and decided to do this because it just felt so right, then that was sort of that pivotal moment where you say, it may take a while to get there, and it's been 10 years, but there's no question. I mean, this is the thing that lights you up from the inside. You wake up in the morning, you think about who you can help and how connected you are with people, and when you have various sessions and how they have breakthroughs, you just know that this is what you're supposed to be doing with your life.
And really, so Kevin was very supportive and said, yeah, this is great. And he was all happy that I wanted to begin a new experience in my life, not just doing the home parties, but start this program for women. So we ended up then opening the company. And he was busy in his IT profession. He was in the IT world and helping people with their computers. And really, then what made him then join in and him get involved with coaching was his own story, which...
About the tumor?
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, well, we won't, I don't want to get too much into that, but I did have a brain tumor in 2008, which, as I mentioned a little earlier, got my attention. And that's, I think that it was a year-long experience, and that was the point where he said, I can't do IT for the rest of my life because my heart's not in it and it's going to kill me. Interestingly, 3 months after the surgery I had in 2009 to remove the thing, our business in the IT world had doubled.
Without trying.
So releasing pressure, releasing of the negative mental energy. So we've had little lessons all the way along the way, and now we're really getting deep into how to help others by helping ourselves first, dig into the really deep recesses where the pain is stored up and the things, as you said, you mentioned the little voice that distracts you and says you're not worthy. Those are just learned behaviors, and there are techniques to get down to the bottom of any of that kind of stuff and bring it up relatively quickly. It's not always a fun path because you have to face what's holding you back, but once you release it, it's gone, and you go to the next level in your life.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's so true. And the thing that you said about women opening up to new ideas, I don't think we're as conditioned to be. I don't know what else to say, but hard-hearted. We are more in tune with our emotions because they were never squelched, like big boys don't cry, that kind of stuff. And so I think that's why we open up to new ideas. Our third eye is more receptive to new things. So that's why, and yet we, on the same hand, we need that hand to lift us up. We need that hand reaching out when we do feel alone, like you did, Suzanne, going through the divorces, and I too walked down that path. So that's the whole reason why W4 Divas was started, to make women feel like they are not alone, and to empower, enlighten, and entertain divas and those that love us. Because a lot of men are on the ride too, just like you are, Kevin. Which brings us to our announcement.
Yay!
What is that announcement?
Well, starting in the end of January, we're going to have our own program on your wonderful Divas Network called Trusting Your Inner Guidance.
And how perfect is that? That I am so excited, and I welcome you with open arms and open heart to the W4 Divas family. Thank you.
We're excited, very excited.
Yeah, we love the idea of being able to reach a wider audience with a few tips and tricks, and maybe doing a little coaching on air to help those who are still feeling stuck, as we have been and still are. We'll share our stories of trials and tribulations along the way, but to be able to answer questions and do a little bit of support so that whoever is ready will be attracted to the show, and we can support them, because it's what we know, just like with what you're doing, Deb. It's about multiplying the effect, and here we have beautiful technology that's easy to use, and the more people we can reach, the better it is for everybody.
And one of the things that Kevin and I have always loved is having discussions back and forth, people asking questions who are curious, who want to improve their lives, and they're just beginning to explore, or they've already been familiar with law of attraction a long time, but they really want to understand it even more clearly so they can manifest more consistently and not have to struggle. I mean, we know what it feels like. And, learning how to trust your inner guidance is one of the it is the key element, actually, in having your life unfold the way you want it. And I can give a little holiday example very quickly. A year ago or two, I was decorating the Christmas tree, and I was in a big hurry because I had an important phone call that I was going to get on. And I just had the very top of the tree to finish up. And in my head, my little inner being, my inner voice, I heard clearly say, "Take off your slippers." Oh. Well, I thought that was silly. I'm in a hurry. I'm just going to step on this step stool and get to the top of the tree. I didn't take my slippers off. I argued with myself in my mind. That's the difference between your heart and your mind. I stepped on the stool and I fell over and I pulled the tree down. I didn't get hurt. But my inner guidance, I didn't try it. I just was going to argue with it. No, I'm in a hurry. And okay, there you go. You got a bigger mess now. That's just one little example.
Right.
How I began to learn to trust it.
Right.
Because it's many, many times over and over where you finally go, okay, that's what that sounds like.
Isn't that funny? I've had similar things happen too. We all have, I think. I think everybody can relate to that. So there's that little voice trying to tell you better listen to it.
Yep.
Very good. Very good. Well, I know that you guys have to run. So, again, I welcome you to the W4 Divas family. And in closing, why don't you tell us how everybody can get a hold of you, where to find you, and your phone numbers or whatever information you want to give, please.
Okay, thank you. So our website is personalsuccessprograms.com, and there's a contact form on there you can certainly fill out if you want to get a hold of us directly. Our workshops are up there. The phone number is 248-349-6225, and we're happy to chat with you at any point. We've also got a Facebook page under the same name, Personal Success Programs, where we share things. And we have a Managing Stress workshop coming up on Friday. It's also on the website. If your readers or your listeners are interested in joining us in the Novi area, they can use the promo code PEACE20, and they can actually join for $20 off. Show you how to release that stress.
That's our focus on that particular workshop. It's only 3 hours long, and it's Friday the 15th from 1 to 4 here in Novi.
More to follow.
Excellent.
Yes.
Thank you so much. And I appreciate you taking time out to be with us on W4 Divas Diva Dialogue. It was such a pleasure to have you on. And we'll have you on again at the beginning of January so that we can give the exact times and dates that you will be having your show start.
Great. We look forward to it.
We're so excited.
Thank you. I am too. I just can't wait. Thank you very much.
All right.
Okay.
Bye.
Talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye. So there you have it. Kevin and Suzanne Young. Go online and find them on Facebook at Personal Success Programs and at personalsuccessprograms.com. And don't forget that Peace 20 to sign up for their workshop, their 3-hour workshop on Friday, December 15th. That's this coming Friday. So as we grow on W4 Divas, it's again law of attraction. The way that the network is expanding and the people that are coming on board now are so soulful and passionate about what they do and so in touch with themselves and the universe that it honors me to have Kevin and Suzanne have their own show, and as well as another show that's starting that he's going to be starting in January as well. It's just wonderful, and it shows me that we are on the right path. And so I want to tell you, you don't have to take giant steps every day in if you're not sure of the direction that you want to go in, because then you might misstep. But if you know in your heart that you should be doing something, especially if it involves helping people, have a big vision and let it unfold the way it's meant to unfold. I know that's hard to do. It's been hard for me. But, anytime I've tried to force something or something didn't feel right and I went with it anyway, it wasn't right. Should I say I should have listened? No, because it taught me what feels right. There are no mistakes. You are here right where you're supposed to be right now. And remember that. There are no mistakes. I like to say, give purpose to your pain. And if you look back and you look at all your pain throughout your whole life, there's a lesson to be learned in all of it. And rather than dwell in it, figure out what that lesson is and then help somebody else go through it. Because you made it to the other side and it can be done. And there are times in our lives where we don't realize that we are so wrapped up in our own little world that we don't see anything outside of that. And that's when we need someone who's already been through it to help us out. That's why I'm a coach. But you don't have to be a coach. It can be a neighbor going through something that you've been through. It can be your sister, your cousin, anybody. Be aware. And especially this time of year, it's not always happy, ho, ho, ho. There are people that are missing loved ones. There are people that don't have money for gifts, and it's okay, isn't it? It's okay. So I thank you for listening to Diva Dialogue today. I'm Coach Deb, and I can be reached for group coaching, private coaching, and speaking engagements at 419-366-8091 or on my website, which is strengthfromwithin.training. Be safe out there. Winter's here. Love you. See you next week.